You think you are doing everything right, and still the harvest fails. You wake up early. You water your rows with care. You pull every weed before it has a chance to take root. And yet, when you look at those tomato plants in mid-July, they are pale, spindly, and struggling to hold up their own weight. The leaves are yellowing at the edges. The fruits are small and hard. And the taste is nothing like the sweet, sun-warmed memory of summers past. It is a quiet kind of heartbreak, isn't it? To put so much love and labor into the earth and receive so little in return. Most folks blame the weather. They say it was too dry or too wet, or that the season was just short. But I am here to tell you that there is no luck in this. The old folks knew exactly what to look for, and they knew that the problem was not in the sky, but in the soil beneath your boots. If you have been doing this the modern way, buying those bright blue bags of chemical fertilizer from the big store, thinking that is enough to feed your family, that is probably why it is not working. You are feeding the plant, yes, but you are starving the life that holds the plant up. You are treating the dirt like a dead container rather than a living community. And because of that, your vegetables are growing slow, weak, and vulnerable. But there is a way to change this. There is an old method, a simple trick passed down through my family for 5 generations that does not cost a penny and requires no machinery. It is a way of waking up the soil, of turning that cold, hard ground into a warm, breathing engine that pushes growth faster than you can believe. I want you to sit with this idea for a moment. Imagine if your garden could do half the work for you. Imagine if the roots of your carrots dove deep without effort, if your beans climbed with vigor, and if your lettuce stayed crisp even in the heat. This is not a dream. This is what happens when you stop fighting the earth and start listening to it. Today, I am going to share with you the Amish soil trick that makes vegetables grow twice as fast. It is not a secret we keep to be mean. It is a secret we kept because the world moved too fast to listen. But today, I am slowing it down for you. I am opening the gate to our family's knowledge, not because I want praise, but because I want you to succeed. I want you to taste the difference. I want you to feel the pride of pulling a radish from the ground that is so crisp it snaps like a twig. So, put down your phone, step away from the noise of the modern world, and let us walk together into the garden. Let us look at the dirt, not as dust, but as destiny. My name is Jakob, and I have been tending this same patch of land since I was a boy no taller than a cornstalk. My father taught me, and his father taught him, back when the horses were young and the winters were long. We did not have the luxury of quick fixes. If the crop failed, we did not eat well. That simplicity teaches you to pay attention. It teaches you to watch the signs. Over the years, I have seen many neighbors come and go. They bring their new tools, their new seeds, their new ideas from the city. They rush. They want the harvest yesterday. And almost every time, by August, their gardens are tired. The soil is compacted, grey, and lifeless. It smells like nothing. But walk over to our fence line, where the black earth is loose and crumbly, and you will smell it. It smells like rain after a drought. It smells like life. That smell is the key. That smell is the result of the trick I am about to show you. Now, I do not call it a trick to be clever. I call it a trick because it seems too simple to be true. People expect complexity. They expect to buy a special powder or mix a complicated potion. But the truth is, nature loves simplicity. The method is this. We do not just add nutrients. We add energy. We add the breath of the forest floor to our vegetable beds. Most people miss this. They think compost is just rotting food. They throw their apple cores and eggshells in a pile, let it sit for a year, and then spread it out. That is good, yes, but it is not enough. It is sleeping. To make vegetables grow twice as fast, you must wake the compost up before it ever touches the garden. You must create what we call living tea. This is not a product you can buy. It is a process you must perform with your hands and your patience. It involves taking the finished compost, the dark, rich earth that has broken down, and mixing it with water, molasses, and a handful of undisturbed soil from the edge of the woods. Why the woods? Because the forest knows how to grow without help. The trees have been doing it for thousands of years. Their soil is full of fungi and bacteria that break down rock and turn it into food. When you bring that wild energy into your domestic garden, you are introducing a workforce. You are hiring millions of tiny helpers who will work day and night to free the nutrients locked in your dirt. This is where it changes. This is the moment the soil stops being dirt and starts being food. Let me walk you through the steps so you can do this yourself. First, you need a bucket. A clean, 5-gallon bucket will do. Fill it halfway with rainwater, if you can catch it, or well water. Do not use chlorinated tap water if you can avoid it, as the chlorine kills the very life we are trying to grow. Next, take 2 cups of your best, darkest compost. It should look like coffee grounds and smell sweet, like a forest after rain. Put this into the water. Then, add 1 tablespoon of unsulfured molasses. This is the fuel. The bacteria love sugar, and the molasses gives them the energy to multiply quickly. Stir it well. Now, here is the part that matters. Go to the edge of your property, or a nearby patch of woods where no chemicals have been sprayed. Scrape away the top leaves until you see the dark, damp earth underneath. Take a handful of this soil. This is your starter culture. It is full of native microbes that know your local climate. Drop this handful into your bucket. Stir it again. Now, you must let it breathe. Cover the bucket with a cloth, not a lid, so air can get in. These are aerobic bacteria. They need oxygen to live. Let it sit for 24 hours. Stir it every few hours if you can. You will see bubbles forming on the surface. That is the sign. That is the breath of the soil. After 24 hours, the water will be frothy and alive. This is your living tea. Now, take this mixture and pour it directly onto the roots of your plants, or use it to water your seeds before you even plant them. Do not spray it on the leaves. This is for the roots. When you pour this living tea into the ground, you are inoculating the soil with a massive army of beneficial organisms. They will immediately begin to break down organic matter, releasing nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium in a form that the plants can drink up instantly. Unlike chemical fertilizers, which burn the roots and force rapid, weak growth, this method builds strength. The plants grow fast, yes, but they grow sturdy. Their stems are thick, their leaves are dark green. They resist disease because their immune systems are strong. I have used this method for 40 years. I have seen peas that should take 60 days mature in 30. I have seen tomatoes that double in size in a week. It is not magic. It is biology. It is working with the grain of creation, not against it. Now, I must warn you of the common mistakes, for even a good tool can be misused. The first mistake is impatience. Some folks make the tea and use it once, then wonder why the miracle did not last. This is not a one-time fix. It is a relationship. You must feed the soil regularly. Use this tea every 2 weeks during the growing season. The second mistake is using bad compost. If your compost smells like ammonia or rotting garbage, it is not ready. It is anaerobic. It is sick. Do not use it. Good compost smells like earth. If it smells bad, let it air out longer. The third mistake is ignoring the mulch. The living tea needs protection. After you water with the tea, cover the soil with straw or shredded leaves. This keeps the moisture in and protects the microbes from the harsh sun. Without mulch, the sun will kill the work you have done. Walk away from the idea that bare soil is clean. Bare soil is dead soil. Keep it covered. Keep it cool. Keep it moist. And finally, do not overwater. The microbes need air as much as they need water. If the ground is soggy, they will drown. Check the soil with your finger. If it is damp an inch down, wait. If it is dry, water. This balance is crucial. Why does this work? Because you are mimicking nature. In the wild, leaves fall, rain washes nutrients down, and fungi connect the roots of trees to share resources. Your garden is a small version of that forest. By adding the living tea, you are speeding up that natural cycle. You are giving your plants a head start. You are removing the bottleneck of nutrient availability. The plant does not have to search for food. The food is delivered to its door. This saves the plant energy, and that energy goes into growth, into fruit, into flavor. So, here is the recap. Make the tea with compost, molasses, and wild soil. Let it breathe for a day. Water your roots every 2 weeks. Mulch heavily. Watch the soil, not just the plant. This is the Amish way. It is slow to learn, but fast in result. It connects you to the land in a way that buying a bag of fertilizer never will. As you stand in your garden next month, holding a vegetable that grew twice as fast as your neighbor's, remember this: it was not luck, it was life. And if you wish to learn more about how we preserve this bounty for the long winter, stay with me. In the next video, I will show you the old cellar method for keeping carrots crisp until spring, a trick that saved my family from hunger more than once. Until then, tend your soil well, and may your harvest be abundant.